Greetings. I'm listening.
Great to meet you.
I've been expecting you.
For the good.
You come get the voodoo.
Hey there.
And you are?
Light be with you.
You come to consult the spirits?
Welcome to Orgrimmar. Have you come to serve the Horde?
Shiny. Sail here. Me buy and trade.
Hello and welcome to Control Alt WoW, the podcast for those of us who love video games and VR and playing Final Fantasy XIV and No Man's Sky. Today is Saturday, August 2nd, 2025, and this is episode 829 entitled Putting the Alt Back in Control Alt WoW. I'm April PVD, and with me is Grand Nagus. Grand Nagus, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just woke up about an hour ago, and yeah. So it's weather is bad. I'm happy. I don't know what more can be said. It's been having so much fun in the now 2 games that I play.
Your cup runneth over.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. Do you have the feeling sometimes that you're cheating on the game that you love? Right?
Well, actually, I felt that way about the games that I used to play Medieval Dynasty so much, and I used to play Sail, and then I started playing Battle Orbs, and all of those I have just abandoned. And so I know how you feel, especially Medieval Dynasty, because I had gotten very involved in the Discord, and I felt very close to some of the developers or the admin that were working within the company. So just to walk away from it all, I do feel guilty. But you are in the unique position where one day you're playing one and the other day you're playing the other one.
Yeah, that's right. I usually play a bit of Final Fantasy every day, but mainly I play at the moment. I play with my friend when she's either on her days off or when in the times.
So you're not really cheating on the game. You're cheating on me with someone else. No.
Yes.
Am I like your No Man's Sky wife and she's your Final Fantasy XIV wife? You know how people have I don't know if they have that thing over in where you are in Germany, but some people have work wives or work husbands. Somebody they work with that they're very close to. That's
it's more of a convenience thing. If that sounds right, it
you just click like we click.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
So it's not a personal thing. It's more a convenience of when it's the most prudent to play.
Right. And I understand because she works and I'm retired. So I have if when she's available, it's peak time for her. Oh, I have a question before we get into the games. There's a show called Ghosts. Did I ever mention that?
Yeah, we talked. I watched the first, 6 or 7 episodes of the US version. I haven't found the UK version
But
anywhere
did you know there's
yet.
a German version?
No.
Yes. There's
Oh
been
no.
there's been 6 episodes.
Oh.
So
Is it on Netflix too?
I don't know. I don't know what it's on, but
Hmm.
I just found out that there's also a German version. There's a French version. There's an Australian one coming out, and this I thought was weird. There's a Greek one. I don't know
Oh.
why. I don't even think of television in terms of Greece, but I guess they must have television.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's much like if and someone out there in the interwebs uh, might be able to correct me if that's wrong. But you know all the telenovelas in the Latin
Right? Yes.
community. I think something along those lines exists in the Greek uh, sphere as well.
Oh, I could see it
So
because they do have that kind of that kind of fire
mm,
in the Greece
mm,
community that you see in Latin.
mm.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you find it, let me if you see it, let me know. It's really interesting because I was watching a YouTube channel on the differences between all the different versions. But this is not the Ghost podcast. This is computer games. So, how have you been doing in your game playing?
I've been doing really well. We had our letter from the producer live in Final Fantasy last Thursday, which is interesting in the so to speak, because normally they are on Fridays. So I was kind of surprised that they had it on Thursday, but um, yeah, it's just about noting it in the calendar and then showing up. So it's not that bad. But I was already wondering. So they probably have some other thing they have to do on the Friday. So yeah. Anyway, so patch 7.3 of Final Fantasy is coming out on August 5th, as we predicted. We are not going to have a 24-hour maintenance period, thankfully. I think someone in my OCE FC said something along about like 9 hours, and which is okay. I'm always along. I work mentally with um with, with saying that 12 hours for something is okay. I'm perfectly fine with a 12-hour maintenance period, and anything below that is bonus points. So I'll take the 9 hours gladly. Um, with regards to proper gameplay, Grand Negus and Yorbear finally finished Heaven's Ward 3.0. So that's the base content of the first expansion, the first proper expansion. And even though I played through that content several times now, it's the first time that I played it not alone. The first time that I played alongside, in this case, my friend, but more generally someone else. So that was a totally different experience. although the game is structured in that way that you have several solo duties to perform, where we have to split up and do it in solo. We can't be in a group together. It's still something we like to, and I mentioned this before, we like to role play a little, or quite a bit by now, and we go with we developed into a two-prong attack when it comes to the solo duties. So and it's so funny what your mind comes up with when it comes to role play, and when you have like basically total freedom to warp the situation according to your needs, your wants, your situation. Like we play Lalafell, both of us, and Lalafell are considered cute and evil. So it's something that you can have a lot of fun with, those two aspects. And it's just about Lala power, the entire thing. And I really love our playing together. It's so such a unique, such a different take on the game. Yes, we do stuff by ourselves when it comes to crafting, when it comes to gathering. Sure, but when we have the time to and the occasion to sit down and adventure together, as we call it, it's that more satisfying. It's nice. It's just, and at the moment we are working on one of the apartments again. So we have one more design to realize, and it's basically, if you want to call it that, it's and we're still working on the name for the venue, because it's a venue. So the working title is Space Bunny Disco. So in the game, there is this one faction that in a side quest chain realizes their dreams with regards to what they want to do with their future existence. And one of them comes up with, I want to disco. I want to make music. And as a reward later on, from that faction, you get tiles, ground tiles, or rugs in the technical term, that have a rainbow type moving light, changing light in them as the floor. So it's really, really nice, and I because my friend, couldn't get to that point yet in the content. I started that site content, and I obtained 2 of those rugs, 2 of those color light things to put on the ground, to put on the floor tiles, and then we just built, or she, with my input here and there, because it's her apartment. So built the stuff around it, like a proper DJ booth, and seating and tables, and it's so interesting what different concepts turn into when you have this one idea that sparks, and then it's literally like a fire that's all consuming, where your mind is being consumed in the same way that the fire spreads.
Oh, wow.
So you I don't know, I don't know if you probably had the same thing happen to you, where you had this one idea, this one spark, and then you can't think fast enough, or you can't comprehend fast enough with regards to what that spark makes you think, and how the spark flares, how your idea takes hold and sprouts off, and you get, oh yeah, now you want this chair, or this, in my case, you want this tablecloth, or in this case it doesn't exist, but basically you want a certain wall tile, you want a floor tile, you want the ceiling, just because you started with one little piece, with one little item. And that is something that I mentioned a while back, when I think I said that with my house on NA, it took me 6 months to get it done, because I knew that I wanted my library in the basement, but the rest I just didn't know what to do with yet. And then all of a sudden I saw a video with one little niche of a room on a loft, and that sent it all off. I knew what I wanted. I knew this is basically, I want to copy this, and I want to add this, and that. So it's just, when you have a system like Final Fantasy's housing, it's so nice to see that you can add almost anything with regards to your basically, there are only 2 limiting factors. One is basically endless, and one is the opposite. The opposite aspect is the item count, which can be very limiting. And the other, the basically limitless, is your fantasy. So, well, there is the small matter of your coin purse when it comes to purchasing the items that you need. That might be a factor as well, but yeah, we don't want to talk about that. It's people that are housing enthusiasts. Yeah, they've spent way more than they should on stuff on the market board. It's yeah. But thankfully, you can craft some of it, most of it, depending upon what you want. So if you have a properly leveled crafter, or if you have your crafting jobs sufficiently leveled, because it's not just the one crafting job, you need basically all of them. Then you can save a lot of money. The other day I'm working on my OCE main, and on her apartment, and just today I found a base idea of how it can be, how I can finally get that apartment off the ground. And I had to get 6 lofts. And I looked at the market board and it said 40,000 a piece. I said, nope, not gonna happen. Way too much. So I went out and gathered some mats, and within 15-20 minutes, I had them basically for free.
Ooh.
So it all depends what's more important to you. The time that you spend. In my case, it's basically no problem. Other people that work or that have other social responsibilities don't have as much time, so they have to go different routes. They have to spend more money. So yeah, it's a give and take. But generally, I'm really happy with regards to my current situation in the game. I transferred one of my old event characters from the EU data center down to OCE.
Does that cost, or is that just a...
It doesn't cost if you move them to OCE.
Okay.
From OCE, yes, but not to OCE, because OCE is still a preferred data center. And which basically means they want to seed it. They want to remember back in the day of WoW when you had the new servers marked?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically the same principle. You have a star a golden star marker next to the world on a given data center or on the data center itself. And that means that those are preferred. And then I think we talked about this before. When you create a character on one of those worlds, you get a bonus in experience gain for killing mobs. So
It's like
that
an incentive.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if you start on a new data center, you get, I don't know if this is only on a preferred world or if it's generally, if you start at least on the preferred worlds, if you start a new character there and it's your first character on a region. So if I decide to move from EU to NA for whatever reason as a player, and I start my first character on the NA data center, or on a data center, and I do it on a preferred world. Let's go with that. Once, besides getting the 30%, no, besides getting the bonus that you get, which they've changed the name of. They previously it was called Road 2, and it stacked up from 70 to 80 to 90, always stopping at 10 levels before maximum. And now it's called Preferred World Bonus, plain and simple. Experience earned while below level 90 in this case is dramatically increased. So if you turn in a quest, if you kill mobs, you basically get double the experience. Which makes leveling your jobs that much faster, not only the battle jobs, but the crafting jobs as well. And the gathering jobs, so each gathering node gives you basically double the experience. So that is something that is really something that you want to think about when creating a new character. Do I want the conditions that let me socialize with my friends for whatever reasons? Or do you want to go and level a character for other reasons? And that means you can be on a preferred world and reap the bonuses that brings with it. And oh yeah, one more thing. I didn't finish my thought of the first character on a region. What you get is as a little further incentive for one time only for the first. I always have to iterate that. The first character on a new region that you start on gets, once it reaches level 30, gets 1 million gil.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Just with the just with the thing to level 30, you automatically get the 1 million gil. And if you start anew, and you previously only played on one data center, and you now want to branch out onto the other three, you can basically get 3 million gil extra for free. Well, kind of for free, since you need to level the characters to level 30, and that's where the new world, the preferred world bonus comes in, because you don't have to follow the MSQ. You just have to get the character to level 30, whatever means you decide to choose. That's fair game. You just have to hit, with one job, one class, you just have to hit level 30, and then you get the 1 million gil. So that's something that I really like. The only caveat with that is that you have to be a paying customer of Square Enix. You can't do that as a free trial player. That doesn't work.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I think you get the new the preferred world bonus, but you don't get the 1 million gil. So make sure that if you want to branch out, make sure that you don't squander the chance. You can have more than one character on your account as a free trial player, but you can't have more than, I don't know, is it one? Is it more than one? I really can't remember. Per world as a free trial player. So if you want to make more, and if you want that 1 million gil, if that sounds like something that is interesting for you, make sure that you start the sub before you branch out to other data centers, if you so desire. Because once that level 30 mark is breached on a second or on a new data center, then that doesn't work anymore for that respective data center. That little thing, you don't get the million gil anymore. I wanted to mention quickly, because of I mentioned the transfer of my character. It was basically, the reason behind it is the golden chocobo feathers, which are a currency. And that is a premium currency that you can't buy, that you get. Well, that's that you get as a bonus on top for different things that you do. For instance, the most the most obvious one, if that's the right term to use, is when you do the recruit a friend thing in Final Fantasy. You get certain rewards on both sides. The recruiter and the recruitee both get rewards, but the recruiter gets golden feathers. I can't remember how many you get, but you get more the longer the initial sub period of the recruitee lasts. So I think up to a year is the period where it counts, and then every couple of months is when it counts up one tick, where you get 5 additional golden feathers. So it's a little. There is the refer a friend page where you can look it all up and see what rewards you get being the recruiter or being the recruitee. So that's that, and I have to say it's for the person being recruited. Final Fantasy is way better than WoW, because WoW, you basically didn't get anything when it came to refer a friend. At the end, I think when I left, I think they gave you something. I can't remember what it was, but this here, you get, for instance, you get a headpiece that gives you experience bonus, and you get silver feathers, which basically gives you an item for free at certain brackets, like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, depending upon how long you wait until you redeem them. So they aren't as significant as the golden feathers, but they're still not nothing. So it's really something that you can take advantage of if you have a friend that you want to play with, or if you know someone that plays already and you want to start, hit them up and basically gift them at least 5 feathers if they still haven't used their 5 recruiter codes, because there's a limit of 5 recruiting cases per account.
Oh, okay.
So you can, and it doesn't matter how long the recruiting period runs. So if the person that's being recruited says, oh yeah, this is my game from now on, and I'm playing 5 years, right?
Right.
It's only 1 year. The entire recruiting period with the rewards only lasts that first year as a maximum. Or if a person being recruited says, this is not my game, so I'm going to renew once. So after the second month, I don't feel like it. So that still means that you get your initial 5 chocobo feathers, but no more. Versus the first year, which gives you, let me see, I would say at least 20 over the year. So both instances would count as one recruiting process, regardless of how many feathers you get, how many rewards you get, how long the contract is, to speak in business terms. How long the contract is being upheld by the recruited person, right? So yeah, if you're interested in it, go check the free trial website, and there you can see all the goodies that you can get, and then you can maybe use that as one of your deciding factors as well. My last point for Final Fantasy today is the fact that, and I was a little surprised coming back around to the beginning of my segment with regards to the letter from the producer live, is that Yoshi P had said, letter from the producer live, hinted at more elaborate seasonal events in the future. They are not nothing. They have basically what they have at the moment is they have a event area or 3, depending upon what event, and I mentioned this before, what event happens, they all have their initial areas where it takes place, much like in WoW. You have the Undercity is where the Halloween event happens, Hallow's End on the Horde side, and Christmas happens in Ironforge and in Orgrimmar. And what more do we have? The New Year's event, the Lunar New Year event happens in what is it? Stormwind, and what's the other one? Can't remember. But yeah, the principle is clear. So the same thing is in Final Fantasy, where you have your fixed areas in the cities that are dedicated to the respective events over the year. And Yoshi P mentioned that there is going to be more. I don't know if he mentioned if he used the word elaborate, more elaborate, because there is the translation thing, but they apparently want to make more out of the seasonal events. So with the Moonfire Fair coming up now, sometime in August, I wonder or I was wondering if this is going to be the first of the events that have been made more out of, or if this is going to be the last one of the regular ones, or if it's going to be somewhere in between, or how long we have to wait for the first one to see a future better, more event. So curious about that, because it's going to happen this August or in August. And I still believe that that is one reason why they chose the 5th, August 5th, rather than August the 12th, because they had to fit the Moonfire Fair in before summer was over, basically. So, yeah, that's been Final Fantasy for this time. Now we get to No Man's Sky. I don't know if you want to start with your No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought you'd finish yours, but I can start with my.
Okay, I can do that. No problem.
Okay. Well, no, I can. Let me go ahead and go into mine, and then you can finish up with what you're doing. That's fine. All right. So, and because I do want to say thank you, because you made me understand about the freighters and the rooms that you could find in the freighters, and then you can copy them over. So, and of course, the title of this episode is putting the alt back into Control Alt WoW, and I'm back to dual boxing, which is really fun and interesting. Most of it is just trying to see what you can do. And the way of course, it's not like WoW. When I was dual boxing with WoW, I was actually running a couple of instances of World of Warcraft on the same computer. And then I had the ability to put one tune on follow. And I started doing it in WoW because I had a tune that was a minor, but I felt bad leaving animals behind that could be skinned, so I would bring another tune in to skin. And also later on, I needed to go into dungeons by myself because I had someone that I was living with who would demand my attention right away, and I had to stop playing, and it was very hard when I was playing with other people. But I wanted to see, I know that you can I'm playing in VR, but I can also play on my laptop, the way you play, which, I call flat screen. So I wanted to see what would happen if I tried to bring another tune in. And so what I'm doing basically is anything I really need to like move the tune around or do anything, I'm in VR. And then when I'm just transferring stuff back and forth between my inventory, I'm using the tune. Like say when I need to give something to my alt, she's on her freighter, and then I join her game and I fly to her freighter, and then I can drop stuff on her. And I found out that I can modify her freighter. I can also build for her on her land. The only thing I'm curious about, and I don't know if there's a way to find this out, but when I build on her land, on her base, is that going to count against the limit of what I can build? Do you know what I mean? There's so many.
Yeah, I know what I know what you mean. Yeah, I would assume that. Let's put it this way: there is a similar thing in Final Fantasy, where an instance, in this case, a house or a yard in front of the house, has a certain item limit.
Right.
That's what I always complain about, that it's not high enough. Right. And regardless of who, be it the owner of the property or the tenant, which you can set with technically full rights, except for demolishing and whatnot. The base rights, obviously you can't transfer because it's your house, right? It doesn't matter who builds what on the property. It always counts towards the house's item pool, right? So it's the house that decides, or that holds the maximum or the item pool that you can use.
Okay, so I hope it's the same thing.
It's not the character.
I hope it's the same thing in here, because I don't want to run out on my. I have two characters. The second account that I brought in is actually April PVD. My main count is that April, and I bought I decided to do this because No Man's Sky was on sale again for $23, and I couldn't resist. So the first thing I did was I went out and found a different planet for her, because of course it seems like almost every time you start off it's on a toxic planet, and I think that's so you can learn about how to maintain your shield and keep your shield up. And so I found a good planet for her, and I found a hot spot. The only thing is that I had put down a beacon, but she couldn't find the beacon. So I had to just figure out the coordinates, and she flew around until she found the spot. And then I put down a bunch of those machines that use a hot spot and give power. And then I built her a tower, a nice house, and I put down some stuff that if I want to build something with the other tune, she can make copies. So I try to give her as much stuff as possible, and it works out kind of nice, and it's kind of neat because I'm starting over with a fresh character, and I'm using the things I learned on my original character. Now the biggest thing is that I'm not really doing any of the quests on my alt, because she doesn't need it. Anything that she needs, to do anything, like she has her settlement, and anything she needs for the settlement, I will give it to her, and she won't need to go through all the things that I've already done. So we got her a freighter, and I went shopping and found ones with the color and the rooms that I thought she might like. And then I was able to build on the freighter, which I thought was interesting. So I was able to put all the rooms down that I had the blueprints for and she didn't have. And so now anything else that she wants to make, she can just copy from what I put down. The space outside, any of the rooms and stuff, she could just make a copy. I had a bunch of mini tool expansion things, exosuit expansion, and the freighter salvage tools, because I have already gotten all my freighter, everything I can get on the freighter with the salvage bits that you use to buy all the freighter components that you can buy. And I had a bunch of spaceship modules too for expanding the spaceship, her ship. And I got her a settlement map, so she was able to get a settlement without having to get to the part about the quest. And I just set her up to do a few things, and I go to her when I want to just relax and stuff, and just to see what she can do. It was interesting because at one point I did build her some buildings near the settlement, but when I came back, they were gone. So I got to figure out the whole dynamic of that. But then I got obsessed with getting an S-class freighter on my main character. So I went from C to B to A. Each time I changed freighters, I had to reinstall the engine components. So I had to go back and get a whole bunch of wiring looms and stuff. But fortunately I had all the parts, so it wasn't that big a deal. And I was enjoying looking at freighters, shopping for freighters, and then getting the whole thing together. So I finally got my freighter. The only thing
congrats.
Thank you. The only thing I did wrong, and I didn't even think about this, I liked the color scheme on the B-class freighter, the A-class freighter that I'd gotten. And I thought some of the rooms were unique. It turns out that they weren't. It's just a table that I probably could have gotten somewhere. And so I didn't transfer my base. And I think when you don't transfer your base, you don't get the mats back. I don't think. Yeah. But it turned out that was okay because I had to rebuild from scratch, and I made it much more roomy. I had set up my refiners and my storage units all on the same floor that the booths to control to debrief the frigates when they came back. And so I ended up putting the other things on a different level, using some short distance teleporters, and just making it a lot more comfortable and a lot more open. I put extra blank, rooms that didn't have anything but gave you space. So, and then I ended up decorating those with different equipment and different furniture and things. So it feels much better. So I'm glad. At first I was like, oh no, I messed up. I almost felt sick. But then I realized starting over is okay, especially in this game. It's not like I'm losing a whole lot. One of the other things I was doing was I wanted to get nanites because I was trying to get my solar ship up to S-class, and I needed 50,000 nanites. So one of the Facebook page that I follow from No Man's Sky, someone put a portal coordinates. And have you done that yet, where you go to a portal?
No.
It's really
because
neat.
I'm not. So you need to unlock that in the story.
Oh.
And I'm not there yet.
Right, you're not there yet. Okay, I've done that part. Yeah, it is a couple of things you have to do. So I have been visiting other people's places and getting a lot of runaway mole from other places, and that's what you use in the refiner to make nanites. And then once I got my solar ship upgraded, then I needed 5,000 more nanites because I wanted the black accent to go with the purple on my freighter. So and I've at one point I was going in and putting in 900 basically 10,000 nanites, and that took 20 minutes. But then I realized I have 6 refiners, and if I split them up into 5,000, that's 10 10 minutes instead of 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
I was doing that. One of the things that I'm finding out is that on my laptop, when I do my debriefing, I think I might have talked about this last week, but it tells me everything that's happening. But when I do it in VR, it just tells me what I got after I click a couple of buttons. It doesn't go through the whole detail. Some people, I mentioned this in the Facebook group, and some people say they prefer it that way because they don't really read it. But I like hearing about what they did and what they encountered, and I don't know. I find it interesting. I put some pictures in the show notes of. I know what happened. I got there's a scanner blocker that you can get at the Anomaly for your ship.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is if somebody scans you, it'll protect your stuff so they won't know you have expensive stuff. And you'll less likely be attacked. But it needs 2 counterfeit checks. So I've been on a mission now to get 2 counterfeit checks. And there's a couple of ways you can get it. And one way is to go to the pirate outlaw areas and go to the space station there. So I've been hanging out at a couple for the last few days. And I haven't found the counterfeit checks. But almost every ship that comes in there is a solar ship or a fancy ship. So I've been spending a lot of time buying these solar ships and then breaking them down for their parts. And I now have enough parts to make my own solar ship. And I can then put some my own colors on them. And I did a mission in the Outlaw station to go and attack one of the freighters outside the station. It was interesting because you have to hit 10 pods on the freighter, and I'd never attacked a freighter before. And now I understand. At first, I didn't know what I was doing, but if you look at the picture in the show notes, which you can find at Ctrl-Alt-WoW.com, you'll see a picture of me shooting at this ship, and it's telling me that I need to get 10 of these pods. But I also lost reputation with the GEC. So far, it's okay because I was like 110 in reputation. But, and I also have a lot of GEC statues, so I'm not too worried. But I also ended up getting some passports, forged passports, which I could take to a GEC. If I get 2 below, like they start getting angry with me, I can take it and they will become neutral. But I'm not in any danger yet. I kind of like hanging out at the pirate station. It's kind of neat and it's got a little atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing I'm doing is cooking. I made some cake, which perpetual cake, which if you put it in your nutrient, do you have a nutrient ingester? Not yet.
I have a room.
No, it's something you put in your exosuit that lets you.
No, I don't have that. No.
Yeah, it lets you. If you give it special food, it does things like this cake will give my backpack, my jetpack, more the ability to fly further.
Mm-hmm.
But
interesting.
There's also something called the anomalous donut, which when you put it in the ingester, it increases the scanning amount you get by like 100%, I think 1,000. So you can make a lot of money scanning. I just got the recipe, and when we're done here, I will go and make it. I put it in the show notes. And
where do you get that? Do you have to go to the pirate system to get the blueprint, or where do you get the
I got the
blueprint?
recipe from somebody online, and I think once you just make the parts, because the cake I made the cake.
No, sorry, no.
For the
blueprint
ingester?
For the ingester, yeah.
No, you get that from the anomaly. It's from the guy that upgrades the exosuit. And I think you buy it with nanites.
Yep, I'm gonna go there now.
Yeah. So it's really neat how you make stuff. Like I had to first mix some creature egg. Oh no, first I had to refine the milk to produce cream, and then some more milk, add some more milk to the cream to make churned butter. And then I had to refine, I had some sweet root that I made processed sugar. And then I refined some hexberry and the processed sugar for anomalous jam. And I had already refined some heptaploid wheat for refined flour, and then I combined the sweet butter and the refined flour and a creature egg for the cake batter, and then mixed the cake batter with the anomalous jam and some cream, and then I got the cake. So, you have to use the nutrient thing. I think there's one at the anomaly, but, you can also put one in your freighter. And I think you can make one too for your base if you get the blueprints. So it's kind of neat making stuff. So I'm having a lot of fun with all my different ships. I did make an S-class ship and paint it purple, and it came out really nice. I'll put a screenshot in the show notes. But I wanted to do the solar ship, and I'm gonna go when I get back in. I'm going back to my alt, and I'm gonna make some changes on her freighter, because I made changes because I had my teleporter in a corner, so that every time I teleported into my freighter, I'm facing this corner. So I moved the teleporter so that when I come in, I teleport in front of an aquarium, and I actually combined like 4 aquariums together to make this little neat, bigger aquarium right there by my teleporter, just to make it a little bit nicer. And then I put the short distance teleporter by that. And that way, when I come in, I can just go up to my refiner room. And I painted everything purple. I really like the fact that once you change something to a color that you like, and you keep the building menu open, you can then point to everything else you have, in the area, and you look at your the building menu. If it isn't the same color as what you just painted, it'll show you a little symbol, and then you can just press it, and you're painting everything. So, it's a really neat way they did that, and I'm having fun with the colors. I am going to, I went through a black hole. That was interesting. I have been jumping my ship because I got the bigger drive, and I am just having fun. Both of my settlements on my main character are doing really well. They're both giving me stuff. I'm getting warp drives from my first settlement, and I'm getting glass and the health gel from my second settlement. And the only thing that I'm lacking that I really need to, the next thing that I need to do, because there's always something you need to do. The other thing I need to do is find a gas giant so I can get crystallized helium and lithium to do the last upgrades on my settlements. There are two different on both settlements. There's buildings that do manufacturing that need those things to upgrade to S class. Otherwise, most of my buildings are S class on both of those settlements, and I'm having a blast. How are you doing in No Man's Sky?
I'm at the moment. I'm looking for one component, and to build that nutrient injector, and I can't seem to find it. It's lubricate.
Oh, you can make those. You can either go over to the guy on the other side that gives you the plans for manufacturing lubricant.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at it at the moment, but I probably have to unlock it further down the.
But I can give you some too. I can make lubricant, so I can give it to you when I get on after we finish recording.
Okay.
If you can't find it.
Okay,
But it's interesting
thank you.
because the nutrient injector, you can just try different things in it. And each thing does a different thing. Sometimes some of it gives you more distance. Some of it lets you sprint faster. So it's really...
There, I see it now. I see it. I found it.
Okay, good.
Good. Okay. So, yeah, I had to. You have to scroll left and right as well, and then you never know how many more pages there are.
Yeah, it is interesting, all the different things that you can do.
Yeah.
The same thing with the building guy.
Okay, so let me get to my content. I have been working on collecting freighter tokens to update or to unlock stuff that I need for the freighter. At the moment, I'm pausing my building at the moment, so I want to get my freighter's abilities up first.
Right. Before you get the rooms.
Yeah. So the first thing I bought is a matter beam. A device that modulates standard freighter communication signals to enable the interplanetary transport of matter as well as data. So which basically gives me access to my freighter's inventory wherever I am.
Yes, that is very handy.
Exactly. So I question myself for why I haven't done this before, but probably because I didn't have that many tokens before. So I was up to 8, I think.
Now, how are you getting your tokens?
I'm just flying around and warping around to the different space stations.
Okay,
and
getting it from the guild?
Yeah.
The merchants?
And one or two, one I got from a mission, from a frigate mission. So yeah, I'm down to 3 again now. The next stuff that I need is I can't remember what it was. I think there was had something to do with the pre-stage for my for the hyperdrive.
Right.
So I get more range out of the Freighter's hyperdrive, because when I look at my starship, it's got a hyperdrive range of 984
Right.
light years, and my freighter is at 580 only, so that's a significant difference. Not that either is acceptable in any way, but even the ship isn't. I think people said something about 2000 is like the magic barrier that's like obtainable. So 900 and is still not that much. But anyway, so the other one that I want to build is the interstellar scanner, which is not about the range. It's about the detailing economic and conflict data, so I can see what type of system it is
Right.
that I'm potentially going to. Previously, I basically have to go to my ship, open or go into space, and then go to the galaxy map and search the galaxy map for the solar system that I want to go to with my freighter and see the conditions, and then go back and back and forth, which is
Right.
totally
Crazy. But with the scanner, you won't have to do that.
exactly. So I need one more token now. I have three, and that thing costs 4. So
I have some extra, so I can give it to you. I've bought all the technologies, and all.
can you trade those
Yeah,
things?
I can trade
Oh,
them.
I didn't know that works. But
Yeah,
okay,
and I can give them to you because I am, I'm good with I'm in good with all these merchants, and they all give me one. So, some of
nice.
them give me one. So I'll give you all the extras I get.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
Because you're gonna need the ones that take you to the red system and the yellow system, and
Exactly.
yeah. So, and then the reality de-threader that gives you 800 light years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of neat the way they do it.
Yeah.
And if there are rooms you need that you don't have yet, I can build them, and then you can copy them.
Mm-hmm.
So we should get together after. But I want to hear about this dihydrogen thing. I think I tried it. Oh, am I jumping ahead? You got more to talk? Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. That's totally fine. I'm just going to, while you were talking, I was debriefing my crew on one of my missions, and there's what. See, I just got another token, so I can buy the scanner now. Perfect.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, the dihydrogen is I can quickly talk about that. That's kind of very, very easy. I saw this on a video the other day. How you multiply dihydrogen basically in the same way. Well, not the same way, because with the emerald, you have to basically just, quote unquote, add the metal, and then you multiply it by 1 because you have 2 components that you put in, the emerald and the metal, and then you go and get the 2 elements of emerald, but with this method of multiplying the dihydrogen, it's different than with the chromatic metal and the emerald because you don't need anything extra. So what you need to do is basically go to your refiner and start with any of the components that you have. So you basically have either normal dihydrogen or you have dihydrogen jelly, which is the refined product.
Right.
So if let's start off with the simple dihydrogen refinement. You refine dihydrogen into the jelly at a ratio of 1 to 40, which means that 40 dihydrogen are needed to create 1 jelly. So and that gives you a maximum of 20 because that's the highest stack. That's 1 stack.
800 is, yeah.
One stack of dihydrogen jelly is 20 units.
Right.
And that's 600. You need 600 dihydrogen to make 20. So, and then you put the 20 dihydrogen in the refiner again, take them out, put them back in, and then you refine the dihydrogen jelly back into dihydrogen at a rate of 30 to 1, which gives you 800. So you have a surplus of 200 dihydrogen from the back and forth. And then you take 200 off, put 600 back in, and do the same thing over and over again. That's how simple it is.
Try that.
And you don't need anything other than time to do it. It's quite a lengthy process to go one way. The other way is negligible. So I think it's 15 or 20 minutes. The creation, the refinement of the jelly is the longer part of it. And yeah, but that's the way to get basically free dihydrogen if you have your refiners on your ship, or if you don't care about fuel on the base. But yeah, since the freighter rooms don't take fuel for the refiners to run. It's all powered by the ship, so that doesn't count. And since ship fuel in the upkeep isn't something that is counted, it's basically, it is free. So you get the 200 dihydrogen every 15 or 20 minutes to get them for free, basically. Question is it enough for you? Is it fast enough? That's a question only you as a player can answer. But it's free, so might as well get additional. So, yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, one more thing. You gotta have you don't need you don't need a large refiner or a medium refiner because you only have one component. That's another thing. You can do this with a small refiner. Where with the other, that's the other major difference with compared to the thing that I talked about earlier with the chromatic metal and the emerald. There you need two components, so you need two slots. So you need at least a medium refiner, correct?
Right.
With the dihydrogen process, you only have 1-to-1. So you can do this whole thing with a small refiner. So that's another advantage too. And the last thing I wanted to say is that I'm finally done with my grow rooms, the first set of grow rooms. And I'm now up to 36 plants per harvest. So, or 36 slots, which is times 4. So I get, 120, 130 something, 138 plants per harvest. And that's a nice little bonus every 3.5 hours. And that is no insignificant reason why I am just about to scratch the 200 million unit mark.
Wow.
So, yeah. It went faster than I thought. Didn't have any expectations one way or the other because I didn't have any experience. As with everything in the game, it's about collecting. It's about collecting game experience and getting and playing. And I'm just happy that I get to play the way that, or in a way that I enjoy. When it comes to tips that you need or something, then you can, as I did, as many of us do, go to YouTube or to the interwebs in other ways and get help or tips.
There is a big No Man's Sky community. I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah. I've noticed there are like 2 or 3 very, very big quote unquote YouTube. Since I'm a person that likes to go to YouTube for help, because reading is one thing, is nice, but seeing someone do what you want to do and explaining it is something totally different, right? So I like that aspect. It there was it even goes so far for me to say that when I see a video on YouTube that just gives you a visual walkthrough, I'm almost getting annoyed, because it doesn't take much for someone to say a few words about what they're doing.
Yes.
And I mean, I get it that there are many reasons why people wouldn't, and I totally accept it. But that's why I said almost getting annoyed. So there was that. And with regards to the money, there are obviously those how to get rich in 5 minutes, as there are in many all the games, but with this game, I really like the planting. You just go and set up a room or 4, or I don't know how many you want, and then you plant your plants, and then you harvest them whenever they're ready, hours. That's what I said. The other show, there is one aspect is how much something sells for.
Right. And
there's the other aspect of how long they have to grow. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So if you consider that with this plant that I'm growing at the moment, you have the advantage on both sides. The venom urchin, that it sells for more than the other plant that I was debating planting.
Right, because I was doing Gravitino balls, but yours is the venom sacs are much more profitable.
Yeah, and they take a shorter period of time to grow.
Right.
So it's a double win. So yeah, it's really nice to see that you can find those aspects of the game that give you an advantage in different ways. And yeah, so that is basically what I have been up to, and now I'm going over and getting the blueprints for my scanner. So that's been it for me.
Great. I do want to give a shout out to Rigor Morte and Kep, and just want to apologize because we normally we do it on Tuesdays, but we're doing it early to this week because we had the time and we had a lot to say too. So we'll probably be doing it again maybe next Friday because there's so much to this game. If that's okay. I mean, next Saturday, if that's okay with you. So,
Sure.
Yeah. So, Rigor Morte, Cap.
But yeah, we can talk about specifics because next week is the week of my parents' anniversary.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's,
So, what day would be better for you?
Let me see.
Because I just want to let them know, so I don't want it to spring on them. And if they really enjoyed, Rigor Morty was talking about how he enjoyed last week's episode.
I would say Thursday, if that's okay.
Okay, Thursday would be perfect. So,
Yep.
So if anybody wants to contribute, to send an email at Ctrl-Alt-WoW, CTRL-ALTWOW @gmail.com by Thursday, and we will add your submission to episode 830. All right, well, thanks for listening. And just let you know, No Man's Sky is still on sale right now if you're interested in joining us. And we will see you next Thursday. This is April, PVD.
And this has been Grand Nigger's Rule of Acquisition, number 19. Satisfaction is not guaranteed. Bye, guys.
Item received. Item received. Item received.